Hey, dude, what are you doing? Why are you always just like wasting? Why are you just
playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's the best game ever invented.
Dude, we have a presentation today. Like, what are you doing? Like, why don't you organize your time, like, and then so you can successfully succeed instead of just wasting time playing video games?
This is my break for 6 hours. It's fine, dude.
I mean, if you think you can pull it off, but I mean, I don't think that that's right. I mean, I spend my time organizing and getting us ready for this presentation, and you're just slacking off. You need to get your priorities straight.
Kickflip, baby! Alright. So, I'm Zach George, and this is Evan Pratt, and we did Habit 3, putting first things first. And what Covey explains is you have to develop this foundation to be proactive, to have a proactive nature, and awareness of paradigms, to not deviate away from your principles. So in this situation, I was obviously deviating away from what I had to do while he was studying for technically what could have been our presentation right now. So there's the idea of management and managing your time and harmonizing one's decisions to make and following through on those decisions. In this case, which is putting first things first. Proactivity is beneficial in one's life and carrying out in your everyday principles.
Okay, so if you all could just turn your paper over, and Covey, according to Covey, has 4 quadrants that make up effective time management. Zach is going to draw them on the board, and if you guys could mimic, draw with him.
Basically, you want to draw a 4 square. And then on the top left corner or mid. Not urgent. On the right. And important on the left side towards the top. And not important.
Okay.
Here, Missy.
Yes.
Okay, and as I said before, according to Covey, there are 4 quadrants that make up effective time management. The 4 quadrants are 1, important and urgent, such as emergencies, pressing problems, projects, meeting preparations. 2, important but not urgent, so which is going to be over here, which is planning, developing relationships, values, clarification, preparation. 3, which is not important and urgent, which is here, which is interruptions, some phone calls, some mail, popular activities, like where you're planning for the day. And then 4, not important and not urgent, which is going to be over here, which would be considered time wasting, as we displayed. Zach was doing excessive TV, irrelevant mail, escape activities to get you away from what you should actually be doing at the time, which is being proactive and putting first things first. Covey emphasizes the importance of saying no to unimportant activities and yes to more urgent important activities, which is going to be in this area. He wants you to stay away from this area over here. Though quadrant 1 is considered important and urgent, quadrant 2 will guarantee and help create more control over time efficiency in their life to deal with fewer emergencies. So ideally, you don't want to be, you want to be prepared. You want to be proactive with your time and put first things first, which is going to minimize crises and emergencies in your life.
Covey also provides 6 tools that pertain to coordinate or quadrant 2. And we consider quadrant 2 the actual heart of personal time management. And there's 6 of these tools, and they're not filled in for you guys on your paper, so follow along with me and actually fill those in. These are pretty important, and you can use them every day. Practice
We don't have
after
to
reading
wait
this.
for
Oh, that's fine.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's
So our first tool is coherence, and that's understanding one's vision and mission of how to prioritize. Second is creating a balance. It's identifying one's roles and not neglecting important areas. And these are things such as family, your profession, and personal development.
Can you say number 2 again?
Yeah, sure. That is identifying one's roles and not neglecting important ideas. Does everybody have that?
Yep.
Third is focus. It's organization on a time weekly basis. And the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but schedule your priorities. So not really letting your schedule control you, but you can control your schedule. Your schedule is not your master, it's more of a guide or a servant. And then the fourth one is people dimension. You have to be effective at dealing with people. You can't just go about your schedule and pertain to that every day, because things are going to come up and plans change and you meet new people. So you have to be able to deal with people in everyday practice.
Be able to adapt.
Right. The fifth is flexibility. And that's kind of what I emphasized earlier. So you have to have flexibility in your schedule. Something comes up, plans change, you have to be able to adapt and move on with it. So your schedule should not be rigid. And the last one is portability. And this allows you to actually have your data, your information with you wherever you go. And people can do this by creating a portfolio, actually carrying an agenda or schedule, so that if you're in a situation where you need to look back and see your schedule to change things around, or remember where you're supposed to be at a certain time, you can do that because it's with you. So that's a good piece of advice. If people have agendas for school like we use, and we write down our assignments, and that's with us in our backpacks every day, so we know what's going on when we go home to do our homework.
Covey also has 4 generations of time management. These are things that he believes you should use to make your time that you have more productive. Notes and checklists help the management of time and energy. So having a checklist, you're putting your energy into all those tasks that you're trying to perform, and it's nice to just check them off and relieve yourself of using extra energy. Calendars and appointment books attempt to look ahead at scheduled activities for the future, gives you a better picture of time allotment for each week, so you can better organize your week, so it fits better and you're not rushed, and it makes more sense to you. The time management field, which it correlates to short and long-term goals. This is not emphasized in the 2 generations above. It involves incorporating goals and moving them into your time planning, placing a priority on efficiency, creates a greater emphasis on what's important, doing them first, and move lesser tasks down to the bottom of the list. So you want to figure out what's most important and how much time that's going to take. So if you have a short-term goal, you're obviously going to reach that in a shorter amount of time as opposed to a long-term goal. So you need to prioritize what you want to accomplish daily throughout the week.
First.
Yeah, first things first. And then also managing relationships. Focus is on managing relationships and accomplishing goals. It helps to balance one's life and gives an overall greater context than just planning. So you know what you want to accomplish using your tools, and how you accomplish it, as opposed to just planning it and envisioning it actually going for it. It focuses on the bigger picture, what's important and what's not urgent. So you can look at your week, and you can look at the whole scheme of things and figure out what is most important and what's not urgent, and organize your notes and checklists, calendars, and appointments accordingly to what fits you best.
And just to reiterate, in scheduling, you shouldn't let it really control you. You control your schedule and how you carry out your day. You need to enjoy yourself and have fun, not just be so rigid and strict to what you feel you need to do. You put your priorities that you best think you need to do first and foremost first, and let the lesser things carry on after. And that's habit 3, putting first things first.